AI isn't just changing technology, it is changing careers. Look, the biggest advantage in the next decade won't necessarily belong to the smartest people in the room. No, it's going to belong to those who know exactly how to work alongside AI. If you've been wondering how to adapt, how to not just survive but actually thrive in this completely new landscape, well, you are in the exact right place.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are stripping away the hype, demystifying AI, and handing you the ultimate future-proof toolkit for your career. Because whether you're a student, a freelancer, a 9-to-5 employee, or building your own startup, understanding how to leverage artificial intelligence is no longer just a nice-to-have, it's the new baseline. We're going to break down the exact practical skills you need to gain a massive competitive advantage.
Okay, let's dive into this. 81%. According to a recent Perennial HR report, 81% of job descriptions for professional roles right now explicitly mention AI-related competencies. To put that into perspective, just a couple of years ago, that number was sitting at a mere 17%. Saying, "I use ChatGPT" is basically the new "I'm proficient in Microsoft Word." It is totally assumed you know the basics. But employers are desperately searching for people who can actually use these tools to drive real business results.
And the speed of this shift is just unprecedented. Take a look at this. According to the Stanford AI Index, generative AI hit nearly 53% population-level adoption within just 3 years. That is significantly faster than the personal computer or the internet. It's transforming every single industry, it's supercharging productivity, and accelerating how we make decisions. This isn't about AI coming for your job. It's about AI enhancing your uniquely human capabilities so you can advance faster and, frankly, earn a lot more.
Section 1. The mindset shift from search engine to collaborator.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark contrast between the amateur and the pro. Most people, they still use AI like an outdated search engine, right? They type in a broad topic, they cross their fingers, and they usually just accept that first generic output as the final product. But prompt engineers, the professionals, they treat AI like a co-thinker. They know the input needs to be a specific task, and they treat that first output simply as a rough draft that needs to be molded and refined. The gap in quality between these two approaches is absolutely massive.
So how do we actually master this collaborator approach? We use the CRAFT framework. It's a simple checklist that practically guarantees highly useful, business-ready outputs every time. First, context. What exactly does the AI need to know about the background of your situation? Then, role. What perspective or expert hat should the AI wear? Next, give it a specific action to take. Dictate the exact format you want, and finally, test and iterate on that first draft. As you can see, the difference in output is night and day. A weak prompt like, "Write an email to my client about the project delay," well, that just spits out a generic, robotic template that you're going to have to rewrite anyway. But a strong, highly specific prompt, one that gives the AI the role of a B2B project manager, dictates a 2-paragraph length, and sets the tone, that gives you a targeted, highly professional draft that you can actually send off with just a few minor tweaks.
Section 2. The essential AI toolkit.
All right, let's rapidly walk through these 3 foundational skills that are driving actual real-world business impact right now. First up, AI research and knowledge management, often referred to in the industry as RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. Think of this as using AI to instantly summarize a dense 50-page legal report or run a competitor analysis in seconds. Next, AI content creation. We're talking about drafting articles, marketing copy, and presentations, while, and this is key, keeping human creativity in the loop for the final polish. And third, AI data analysis. This is where AI basically becomes your genius spreadsheet assistant, turning raw, boring data into actionable business insights.
Let me show you exactly how AI transforms data analysis. These tools can take mountains of overwhelming information, like incredibly complex sales numbers or shifting customer behaviors, and instantly uncover patterns that would have taken a human team weeks to find. Instead of staring at a screen for days, AI automatically sifts through the noise and presents you with clear visual intelligence. It allows you to step back and make proactive, brilliant business decisions.
But you know, AI goes way beyond just text and spreadsheets. It is completely revolutionizing the creative space. Generative AI and diffusion models have graduated from being a fun hobbyist playground into essential core business tools. There is a massive demand right now for skills in generating high-quality presentation graphics, automating hundreds of ad creatives using platforms like Adobe Firefly, and even whipping up complex video and 3D models. It's a total game changer for scaling creative branding without burning out your design team. And for sheer, mind-blowing productivity, we have coding and workflow automation. And here is the best part. You absolutely do not need a computer science degree to be an automator today. Whether you're using an AI assistant to quickly debug some software or jumping into no-code platforms like Zapier or Make to connect your tools and automate all those annoying repetitive email tasks, this is about building intelligent workflows. You're evolving from doing the manual grunt work yourself to orchestrating the systems that do the work for you.
Section 3. Avoiding the traps, ethics, and mistakes.
Now, as incredible as this tech is, there are pitfalls you must actively avoid. Mistake number 1, trusting the AI blindly. These models can and absolutely do hallucinate. They will give you entirely incorrect information with complete and utter confidence. Mistake number 2, and this is a big one, inputting sensitive or confidential company data into public models. That is a massive security risk that could literally cost you your job. Mistake 3 is slapping the vague title of AI expert on your resume without the technical chops to back it up. And finally, over-relying on automated outputs without verifying them. You always need a human in the loop.
Section 4. The human advantage.
So, the crucial point is this. AI simply cannot replace your indispensable human traits. Sure, AI can generate a dozen different options, but critical thinking and decision-making determine which of those options is actually right for your business. AI has zero emotional intelligence. It cannot lead a team through a crisis, it cannot communicate with genuine empathy, and it certainly doesn't understand the subtle, unwritten context of your creative strategy. Your human soft skills, they are your ultimate defense against being replaced. AI is an amazing co-pilot for sure, but you are the pilot in command.
Section 5. Future-proofing your career.
Seriously? If you're updating your resume anytime soon, you might want to screenshot this slide. Stop writing generic phrases like, used ChatGPT to write marketing copy. It's just too vague. Instead, you want metric-driven bullets. Something like automated 20-plus ad creatives using Adobe Firefly, reducing creative fatigue and increasing click-through rate by 15%. That highlights the specific tool, the workflow, and the direct measurable business impact. And let me tell you, that is exactly what hiring managers are looking for.
And where exactly are these hiring managers? Well, they are actively searching across heavily regulated, data-rich industries that are desperately hunting for professionals with domain-specific AI expertise. Think about fintech. They need people building AI fraud detection. Healthcare is practically begging for specialists in patient risk prediction and medical imaging. Supply chains are looking for real-time inventory optimization, and marketing is all in on hyper-personalization. You don't just need to know how to open an AI tool, you need to know how to apply it to solve specific industry problems.
So, how do you start learning and proving your worth today? The advice for 2026 is crystal clear. Stop stacking passive certificates. Employers value hands-on, project-based problem-solving far more than a list of generic online courses. My advice? Choose one AI tool. Learn one practical skill. Build a small project. Maybe it's a custom chatbot for a specific task at your job or an automated workflow. And then create a public portfolio to show off your work. Practice consistently and keep your ear to the ground for new developments.
So I have a question to leave you with. How will you use AI to solve a real-world problem today? Because the most valuable skill isn't mastering every single flashy new tool that launches on a random Tuesday. It's about looking at your daily workflow, finding the friction, and asking yourself, how can I automate or accelerate this?
The future won't belong to people who fear AI. It will belong to those who learn to use it wisely. Remember, every single new skill you learn today becomes tomorrow's biggest career advantage. So what is the first workflow you're going to automate the second you close this explainer? Get building, and I'll see you next time.